ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Smite.
Awilix.
Today I'm going to try and show you off one of the newer gods of the game. I believe she is the second most recent. Or no, I believe she is the most recent. No, I'm sorry. She is the second most recent, because the most recent character is an archer. This this guy here by the name of Hui. But I'm going to go with Awilix. I like her. She's pretty cool. What I like about her, she's got some pretty unique mechanics to Smite. She has a mount that she uses on her first ability, which is Summon Suku. I'm not going to go over these in super detail. If you want to take a look at them, you can kind of pause. But you basically mount up, and then when you use it, you dive in and you do damage. She's got a Feather Step, which requires you to hit the enemy first. You jump over them and do a bunch of damage, and root them for a brief moment, which is kind of cool. Allows you to follow up on enemies that are trying to get away, and if they try and jump away, you can really get them. And then this Moonlight Charge, which is basically a line-based attack that hits everything in the line. But the beautiful thing about it is if you knock an enemy in the side or the back, which is a recent change, that used to be only the back, which was hard as hell to do, which was terrible. But now it's the side or the back, it's much easier to do. You knock them in the air, which stops them from running away. But this synergizes with her ultimate, which basically if an enemy is in the air, whether they're jumping themselves or using an ability that jumps in the air, you pull them to the ground make them take damage, and then I gain attack, power, and speed, which is fantastic. You can use that without them being in the air. It gives you a natural boost. It's something I'm not used to doing. I tend to wait until they're jumping. Other than that, her passive gives her additional power for the very start of combat. If she initiates combat, she gets power for like 2.5 to 3 seconds. So what she is she's a very burst-heavy god at the start of a fight. If the fight goes off long, then she suffers a little bit. So she's really all about either hitting and running or just getting them down as quickly as possible. And she can run. With her mount, she gets a nice amount of speed. So we're fighting some interesting choices here. So Amuzenkov, this is Cthulhu's skin. That's kind of neat. I like that thing. So hopefully this is going to be, I'm hoping to be something of a redemption from the terrible Hoonbots matches. So I love starting with these. I like to get the cooldown. I used to start with level 2 boots and then get a bunch of potions. This gives me a bit more power because I get here 25 power with some penetration, as well as really all the boots is giving me is movement speed. But level 2 Jotun's Wrath, even though I don't get cooldown reduction, is 25 power as opposed to level 2 boots, which is just 10. So I'm getting a little bit of a boost to power there, although I am losing a little bit of movement speed, which is fine. It's acceptable. Let's just kind of show this off. This is my one. This is the mount. It's awesome. It does take mana the moment I use it, but I can right-click to cancel it, and I can get it again. Use up my mana. But you can attack with it, and then it goes on cooldown. But as long as you don't put it on cooldown, you can continually jump on it and get some additional movement speed. You can see it's 25% additional movement speed. But you do get a strafe penalty, so I can't like strafe left and right like this very easily. It slows you down a lot. So here we go. We're going to give this a try. I have been enjoying this god. There's something about the way this god fights. She's very mobile. I think that's what I like about it. I like characters that can move around a lot. And just the mount thing is great because you can just chase people down all day.
Minions have spawned.
Woohoo! Let's do this. Oh man, this whole voice chat thing, or voice command thing, I wish more games had that, really. It's so easy to communicate without having to type. If there's stuff you need the enemy team to know, situational stuff that's important. You can just hit like a few letters and then you've communicated it to your team. It's something that they borrowed from Tribes, I do believe, because it started in Tribes Ascend. But it was from Tribes too, I believe. And then they just ported it over into this game. I just wish more games would use it. It's pretty cool. Alright, so we're fighting Amuzenkov and Zhonghui. Zhonghui is kind of a tanky mage with heals, so he can be kind of difficult to deal with. Every time he does that ability where he pulls things in, I think I did a video on him, but just in case. He does that, he heals himself, and he gains protections. Up to, I think, 20 stacks of his protections. Poseidon's pull there will stop them from using escape abilities, which is great. It will help me attack. I don't have my ult, though. His Poseidon, I do believe, has a knock-up. Or his Kraken has a knock-up, I do believe, which I can use with my ultimate. Let's just wait. Okay. So if he can get that, and hopefully he can get a knock-up, and I can demonstrate the ult and how it really works. Yes, it does! So unfortunately, Poseidon died to the bee god. That's Amu's and Cobb. He's a bee god, but he's dressed up as Cthulhu. But so Poseidon died to him, but I was able to get Zongque, because the knock-up allowed me to pull him in, and then I just bursted him down. You just saw the sheer amount of damage I was able to do to him. It was insane. Alright. Poseidon's back, so I'm going to get out of here, since someone's watching the lane.
Enemy missing right.
And I kind of want a bit of movement speed. That goes from 6, that's 6, okay, the movement speed doesn't go up, it's just 10 power. So really going up to level 2 boots isn't going to give me anything but a little bit of power. Oh no, I'm sorry, it does, it has that passive plus 12.
Your left tower is under attack.
So I think I want to do that, get a little bit of speed. I'm not worried about the cooldown just yet. Actually, if I wait a couple seconds, I'll be able to get this too. There we go. Which is fine, because I still have the potions I bought. So for the Curious, I'm leveling up Feather Step. It hits really hard. It is not the hardest hitting ability I have, but it does have the root, and it does have... Well, it is the hardest if you consider the progression. If I use it on my third hit of my attack chain, it does double damage. So it does... what, 360? So it is my hardest hitting ability, if I can get that off. Now, I don't always have to wait for that. Sometimes it's detrimental to wait, because the enemy might either get away, or something else could happen. You need to do the damage quickly. Maybe they already have enough damage, you don't have to worry about it. And you'll be able to tell when I'm on that progression chain, because there'll be a giant circle around the enemy indicating, hey, your ability is ready to work. Not, mainly because the third hit also does an AoE. They're very pensive, and I don't blame them. If he uses his Kraken, I keep on saying using his Poseidon. If he uses his Kraken again, I can once again pull that Zongque in. Or whoever he pulls in. I half wonder if that knockback of his wave actually would count. Sometimes they do. You never know. Oh, hey. Careful. Back off. Oh, okay.
Your siege juggernaut has arrived.
Alright, sweet. We got a juggernaut in this lane.
Enemy missing right.
So there I just kind of announced that we've got missing in this lane. Now he's got, unfortunately, he just got some protection, so it's going to make it much harder for me to kill him. He's got a stun too, I need to be careful of that. Oh, here we go. Oh no! Oh no you don't. Got him. Oh, quickly, use both of those potions because I'm hurting. Oh no! He got me. I should have left. I really should have left. Alright. Get the Tabi. Get some penetration. That's going away next patch. Penetration part anyway. Alright, what I've been kind of following guides. I said this last time in the last video. And so I'm kind of going on a pre-described build. I am going for penetration with this Brawler Speed Stick, which also prevents healing on enemies. Which, honestly, wouldn't be too bad against Zongque because of his ability to heal himself.
Okay, sure.
But I have to hit him first. So... unless I hit him first, I'm not going to get that benefit. But I still like getting the item through, as I've gotten used to building it, because it has penetration on it. I really don't have any other items that I want that I can think of. So you know what I can do is I can try and initiate on him, like so. Root him. And now he's going to try and run away.
an enemy. Later.
Okay, that didn't work the way I wanted it to.
An enemy siege juggernaut.
He keeps stunning me right before I do what I want to do. What I'm trying to do is use the Panther as he's running away to knock him up and then use my ult. And as you've seen, what's happening is I'm just using my ult and getting the buff. But he dies anyway, so it's not a big deal, right? Okay, Raw, let's pull back a bit. Alright, let's get out of that. Oh god, it's Poseidon. He's dead.
Your right tower is under attack.
Gods, I got 3 of them here. Ah, damn it, they just jumped me.
You have been slain.
Help right lane. Defend right lane.
Ugh. I tried to run, but there was apparently a cripple on me, so cripple prevent you from using movement abilities, like jumping on Suku. My Panther couldn't do it. The ability was deactivated. Alright, I don't blame Artemis here because she's got a chance to take out a tower, but they're about to take out 2 towers to the one she's taking out. I really think she should have come back to help. Really, I don't think that was a great decision to stay there, and she didn't even take it. That's how bad that decision was.
Your right Phoenix is under attack.
Run, run, run.
An enemy has been slain.
Now, unfortunately, Zhong Kui got away. But if I wait for Raw's healing field to go away, what I can try and do... 1, 2, buckle my shoe. I missed. Oh, no you don't. Stun him. Good job.
Enemy has been slain.
Let's try this again. Oh, his tower's still up. Forget it. Alright. Trying to think of like what else I would want. Maybe something that's popular. I could go for some speed, some additional speed. That wouldn't be too bad. I mean, again, they do have some self-healing though, in the form of chalk. So honestly, the beat stick in this case really will be one of the best items I can get because chalk is very, very tanky. Just gonna try and get both of these. This has not worked the way I have described it yet in getting these 2 potions. All right. Let's go ahead and jump down. Got it. Alright. Okay, so we've taken 2 towers out, but the enemy team has taken out 4. We have no towers on our side. All we have left are our main phoenixes for defense. So we are way behind. How's the graph looking? We're even on XP right now, but we're behind on gold. That's not good.
Your siege juggernaut has
An enemy has been slain.
Now this
enemies incoming.
right here is something I wish that heroes had. A death report. So you can tell what killed you. So there's never any questions.
Enemy missing right.
I'm just gonna call that because I want Artemis to be careful. I could help her.
Ally has been slain.
Shit. Couldn't get there in time. If I can... Yes.
You have slain an enemy.
Got him. Uh-oh. Yeah, I'm dead. That chalk's damage way too high.
Enemy siege juggernaut has arrived.
Not worth it. It was a kill for a kill, but still not really worth it. Chalk just, it's what he does. He hits, like, his ultimate makes him take 50%, no, is it 50? I think it is 50% less damage. And then it does a silence, and it does a huge amount of damage. So, yeah, it used to be worse. He used to be completely immune to damage.
Defend middle lane.
He used to be completely immune to damage, which was way too much. I think Poseidon is... I think he's going to try and steal it. He did. Good job. He stole it, so we got a siege juggernaut out of that deal. Come on, Poseidon, get out of there.
An enemy siege juggernaut has been destroyed.
Alright, I can initiate on that Zhong Kui and kill him.
Be careful left.
Unfortunately, that chalk could turn around at any time, so that was kind of dangerous, but I was hoping to get him. But I didn't hit him, so I couldn't feather step to stop him, which is the unfortunate thing. So I'm going to go for speed. I really like speed on this character because, you know, you have to be able to get up in their face and hit them. Thank you, Poseidon. You are a gentleman and a scholar.
Thanks. Your siege juggernaut has been destroyed.
Alright. Best thing we can do at this point looks like is just to try and push our lanes respectively. And unfortunately we've got a lot of distance between our creep and the tower.
Destroyed. Enemy left incoming left.
Ow.
Killing spree. Killing spree.
Shoot. Their chalk is... Ah! Damn it.
An ally has been slain.
I was silenced, I think. Alright.
Retreat.
You have slain an enemy.
Uh-oh.
Later.
2, 1. All I gotta do is juke and I'll survive, because then I can just summon my cat and go. Let's go! Sorry, Poseidon. I'm not gonna be healthy enough to help you with that fight if you get caught. Whoa! 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 Whoa!
Ally has been slain.
Aha! You missed. Yes, come into my Phoenix. Come on. You want me, you gotta fight my Phoenix. If you wanna be my lover, you gotta get with my Phoenix. Oh yeah.
Enemy has been slain.
There he goes. Artemis got the kill, which is fine. Come here, you.
Your siege juggernaut has arrived.
Yeah, I'm not risking diving too deep on him. Matter of fact, I've got a lot of gold. I should go back and buy.
Be careful.
Alright, an item that doesn't always work on these physical assassins is these Quinn Size for doing damage based on their percentage of health. But my ultimate gives me a very powerful boost to my attack speed, which will make it very valuable.
Get up there.
Bye. You only prolonged the inevitable, my friend. I have no lifesteal, though. That is unfortunate. And Chalk is kind of built to counter me because he's got a Witch's Blade. You can kind of see that aura around me. So what that's doing is reducing my attack power and my attack speed. And oddly enough, feels like it's reducing my movement speed, even though it shouldn't be. Alright, so I got away from him by jumping through the wall. He had already used his axe to teleport, or he threw it already, so I knew he couldn't follow. So it's going to be kind of difficult. The good news, though, is even though Chalk's got a slow that self-heals him, I've got the beat stick, which stops him from healing as much. So he's kind of countered me, but I've kind of countered him in a way, too. It's really odd. You know, it's just how the items work. Again, I kind of wish a lot of that was kind of baked in. I mean, I kind of hate having to sit there and think about item builds. I mean, and the stupid thing is most of it, again, I've just been following a guide for the most part. A lot of people will gravitate to what was used in tournaments because it seems to be effective. A lot of other people will do all the math, and people are like, here's the math and why this is the best build you can possibly do for this character. And then people will follow it until someone else gets the bright idea to try something else. What's stupid though, and I've seen this happen a lot, is that people will not change up their build to counter what's happening sometimes. Like, that kind of hurt, but what I want to do...
An ally has been slain.
Come on. No?
An ally has
Yeah,
been
be careful
slain.
about that, Ra.
Enemy has been slain.
Shoot. job, Isis. Oh shoot, she was so close.
Killing spree.
Alright. Now, unfortunately, there are 2 enemy siege giants.
An enemy siege juggernaut has been destroyed.
I need to go kill the right one, or it's going to go kill our Phoenix.
Right lane. Your right Phoenix is under attack.
Alright.
An enemy siege juggernaut has been destroyed.
Good, good, good. Phoenix is really hurting, but it survived. It should regenerate over time.
Your siege juggernaut has arrived. Be careful, right.
Okay,
Lane.
so what I need to do with Raw here is just get in his face,
Ally has been slain.
because I can burst him down typically faster than he can, especially he just used his ability, so there it is. Raw does a ton of damage. I mean, in one hit he can take over half my health, but he can only cast it so fast. And he can't dodge me forever. Ow. Without lifesteal. That's the thing, I half wonder if building lifesteal will be good. Because it would help me in these situations where I'm just needing to fight the creep. I'm so squishy though that lifesteal against an enemy player wouldn't help as much as you might think, because they'll just burst me down and kill me very quickly. And since there's no real jungling meta in this phase, I'm going to pull back. I don't want to deal with Zhonghui while I'm in the tower. Lifesteal is usually really good for people that do the jungle, so they're out there surviving in the jungle, killing camps. And if you look at the map, there's just, what it is 2 magic buffs, 1 damage and 1 speed for each side. And they don't regenerate fast enough for a player to be a quote-unquote jungler. Because the whole point of being a jungler...
Your team has destroyed a left enemy Phoenix.
Come on, come on, come on.
Killing spree.
There's no escape.
I know what's happening. He's slowing me down because he's got a Frostbound hammer, doesn't he? Yes, he does.
An ally has been
Ow. Go away. You know what? Goodbye. Oh no, you're dead. You're dead. You may have gotten me, but you're dead. Was it worth it? I don't think so. Not for him anyway. Alright, so with this, this is usually where I kind of, where I break into a situational type item. And the question is what would be a good one? Typically, one that's fairly popular is the Magai's Blessing. It absorbs a hard crowd control effect, so I like that. But the enemy really doesn't have much in the form of that. They've got a stun on Zhonghui, and that's really about it. So I don't think this is going to benefit me that much. I'm thinking maybe, though, I don't think Witchblade is going to be good. That slows down attack speed. That would work maybe against Chalk. Muzenkob, certainly, because he has a high attack speed, especially with his natural... He's got basically a beehives he puts down that gives him super attack speed. That would be very useful for him. I haven't really needed it, though. I've been able to take them out mostly. I'm not too concerned about that. And this also offers physical protection, actually, which is great. It would really help me taking hits from those two. I might do that, actually, because honestly, the only other thing I'm thinking that I might want is this guy, Winged Blade. Immunity to slowing effects, since that Chalk has this Frostbound hammer I talked about earlier, which slows enemies down that you've hit. Maybe I'll do it. He's got one. It'll be counteracting each other, in a way. I'm not worried about Raw or the other guy. You know, yeah, let's do it. It also gives me a bit of movement speed and attack speed, which is great with Quinsai. And then my final item is going to be Penetration with Titan's Bane. And here I am sitting, talking,
An enemy has been
when fights are going on, but thankfully the entire enemy team has just been killed. That will probably be game. They are down for 5 seconds on a Muzenkob and 10 seconds on Raw.
Enemy siege
And yep,
juggernaut
Artemis is just going to use her natural attack speed and kill the giant. So unfortunately, at the last moments I wasn't involved in the fighting, but
Good game.
that's Awilix. She's fun. Poseidon beat me out on kills at the end. Their chalk carried them. You know, I realized too that that was a 4-man team. That was a 4-man pre-made. And that just kind of shows you, just because they're pre-made doesn't mean they're going to win. It gives them an advantage. It gives them an advantage of communication. Typically what I find is the 4-man pre-mades are usually not that as good because since they're going up against a solo queue, it assumes they're naturally going to have communication. So the 4-man pre-mades are usually 4-man pre-mades of guys that are not very high level. So they may be fairly new and may not do that well. I think they did okay, honestly. I think they did all right. If we kind of, I can't look at the chart here, unfortunately. I kind of think that would be nice if I could do it here. Let's see what happened here. Isis, oh wow, yes, I had 7, and then there's 8 and 9 there. They started beating me out on kills. Their chalk was basically carrying their team with 11 kills. Ra didn't do so hot. Zhonghui, I put him out of his misery early. You know, so he's got 9 deaths. I stopped him like 2 times in the very beginning of the match, so there's that. As far as damage, I mean, you can see here that's just a huge damage. Even though I got like 7 kills, my damage isn't that high, because really when it comes to Awilix, you're looking at going in, bursting an enemy down, and being gone. You don't want to linger, because you lose your attack power after 3 to 5 seconds, or after about 3 seconds, and you're not really suited for a prolonged fight. And you can saw there with Chalk, I was going with Chalk and I had Isis's help, and it was still tough for me because I'm squishy, I'm super squishy, I'm going to die really fast, so I don't want to be in a prolonged fight. So obviously my player damage is going to reflect that I did the damage I needed to do and got the kills I needed to get. So, not bad. Let's see, damage mitigated. We really didn't have anyone mitigating. We had no tanks. Their Chalk honestly did quite a bit. I mean, he did work with his mitigation, 21,000 mitigation. And as you can see, I mentioned Zhonghui, the mage, being a bit tanky too. 16,000 damage mitigated. That's just how he is. So, yeah, there you go. Ladies and gentlemen, that is my redemption from the very terrible Hun Bots match that I had earlier. This is Awilix. Again, as always, there will be a link at the bottom at the video description if you want to try the game. It is a referral code, and you will get free favor if you use the code and you level up. So it gets you something, it gets me something, everybody wins. I would, you know, and I think that's a great thing that I can actually offer that to get you guys something, should you just want to play the game for free and not buy the Ultimate God Pad, for example. But feedback, questions, suggestions, whatever else you might have, honestly, are welcome in the comment section below. So thank you very much for watching, ladies and gentlemen.